Hey there, guys. Thanks for tuning back in. So, here's the first real project I've done on the WEN 3420T 8x12 mini lathe. If you saw my last video, I just got this workbench set up. Been wanting some of these tools for a long time. Got the drill press, the bandsaw, but the lathe is something I've been really wanting for a long time, and um, tuned up a couple 2x4s to make them round, just kind of playing around. Got the cheap set, a Harbor Freight uh, turning chisels, and a tiny, 99 cent, $1 micrometer. But this is my first project, real project that I think is coming off of this mini lathe of mine. This is going to be a cigar ashtray for a really good buddy of mine. This is cherry wood from my backyard that you've seen in a lot of my other stuff. I'm not sure if that blue or that blue-green is really going to turn up all that well. Obviously on the big crack it will, but on all those other little tiny cracks it filled in really nicely. And this is just coated quick with a little bit of boiled linseed oil. This is literally right off of this chunk. Just got done turning it up and pulled it off, and the piece above that looked exactly like this. So I turned something that looked like this, and I chose not to do this one because it had this super big branch coming off of it, which would have been a gnarly knot. There's a lot of twist, and actually this one wasn't even cut nearly anywhere even besides that branch and that branch. That would have just been a gnarly piece and this giant split coming off of it. But same tree, same chunk of wood, same branch, same giant branch. I made this out of. So there's just a Famo wood glaze coat, epoxy resin pour project that I just did actually yesterday afternoon with SBR, my daughter, who is 5 now, and she picked the color. It's kind of a couple different greens and blues and sparklies. You're not going to see that because it's not polished up, and I don't care. Of fingernail polish just to add some color to it instead of being clear. And a couple things I found immediately. First project on the lathe, right? So the people on YouTube, people on the internet, the people you see those videos that professional turners, they have a lot of practice. It amazed me the snags and the catches that I got. Yeah, crappy tools, silly little mini lathe, silly little project, but there's also this pretty gnarly rot that was not seeable from the top. You can actually kind of see it right there. It comes all the way through it on the piece that's still hanging right in here. And you can't see it from the bottom because they put a gripper on the bottom. But the catches really throw you off. A couple other things I learned. There's definitely a speed and an angle in which you have to go. I looked at a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of different things out there, tutorials, and read a lot of articles, especially on like woodcraft and some of those other woodworking stuff I've been involved in a long time. Dad had a woodworking workshop when I was growing up, but I never had a lathe. So all this is brand new to me, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like, he's even blown away. You can still see the screw holes from the original base plate that I screwed into the one side to make this side true and to make the kind of cylindrical shape to it. But it's not going to matter because, again, this is just a cigar ashtray. But I think it turned out really nice. Like, he's going to be really happy with it. I'm going to actually go hang out with him tomorrow and go head up to the cigar shop. And the other couple things I learned, just real quick, you're gonna get wood chips everywhere. Besides, like the peelings and the real shavings, this is a pile of dust that I got down here on the floor. It was actually about 4 or 5 inches thick of just stuff, and the other stuff that I've already swept up off the workbench here. Excuse me, and cleaned up and tossed in the garbage can. The fine dust is what I really got to work on. If you look on top of, again, these are all brand new tools, less than 2 weeks old to my workshop. The fine dust is what I got to work on. I got to work on an air filtration system, and I have a big blower motor, and I have an idea, piped out plans to make that happen on a separate remote switch out into the garage with a regular house air filter. But the dust is just everywhere. You get it all over your clothes, all over your shirt. The shavings I found come right at my left hand. And again, lathe turning, the sleeve was rolled up. Even wearing an apron, just a, whatever apron, and the cheapest face shield that also Harbor Freight had. Right now I think they're $1.99, normally $3.99. Whatever, as opposed to safety goggles. I figured it was worth it. So yeah, dust, chips, snags and catches really threw me off. Very exciting and then not so fun kind of way. And I did actually throw the circuit breaker a few times, cutting the groove or using the separator to separate this off and cutting the grooves in here. So nothing but fun, nothing but happy. First real project on the mini WEN 8x12 woodworking lathe in the Red Tail Ray workshop. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you likes it.